intros or anything like that.
Good.
Get ready to rumble. We're on. All right. Sounds good. Well, anybody that's on, welcome to Blackhawk TV. This is our first and only home meet. We might possibly get one later now that we've had some bad weather and we canceled with Ellsworth and Osceola, but we made Ellsworth up last week. But Osceola was not able to come. So we're trying to work on a middle school duel and a high school duel. So that's where we're at. But tonight we have this match was supposed to take place I think December 19th,
Yeah, about a month ago. Yeah.
and bad weather. So we welcome Somerset and Prescott, and we're going to start off with Somerset and Prescott and how these work. Is the team that's got the longest drive will wrestle the first two matches. So I would go on a limb and say it would be Prescott.
Yeah. I think it's what 45. No, maybe not quite 45 to Prescott. 40, 35 to Somerset.
Yeah, something like that. I know when we do Amory and St. Croix Central will be on Thursday, and that'll be at St. Croix Central. But when we go to Amory, we were 1 minute shorter.
Oh.
But they use the real general route, but there's a shorter way from Hammond to Amory. So that was the big complaint back in that time. So, a little heads up, Prescott, Nick Galjek, Josh Elstop, and Mike Farron are their coaches. Their athletic director is Matt Smith. Matt, if you're listening, I'll see you on Friday. So if you got any problems, we'll take it up on Friday when the middle school goes down there. Matt was a standout athlete way back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
He coached girls softball, and he attempted to coach football. I see they've done very well once he moved to River Falls, and then he came back.
Well, that's usually how it works. I said I'll be driving the middle schoolers to Prescott on Friday.
See, I've always thought that all coaches should have the CDL. We'd save a fortune.
Yeah.
So I'd like to hear that. I have a CDL, but I do not have the bus endorsement for various reasons.
Tara hasn't talked you into it yet.
No. But yeah, I went over to coaches from Prescott, and they're relatively new. They have some former wrestlers. Willie Holtz is in the middle school, and the other name escapes me. But they're doing a really nice job. I got a chance to see them at Northern Badger, and they're bringing a little different attitude. The coaches, I believe, one of them's from Hastings, if I'm not mistaken, and wrestled in their program, and Hastings is a legit program. And then kind of a welcoming home to Mr. Alvin Peterson, 1995 grad of Baldwin, four-time state qualifier, one-time champ in 1995 at 145. He is the Somerset head coach, and he's assisted by some various guys, and I apologize that I do not. Well, they have Logan Peterson, Corey Warman, Bruce Blargent, Austin Anderson, who I believe coached in Baldwin for a little bit years ago. I'm not sure which one's up there. So we're going to take a little break for our national anthem.
For sportsmen and the WIAA defines good sportsmanship as education-based sporting events by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. Attendance at interscholastic activities is a privilege with the expectation to exhibit positive and respectful behavior, and we request your cooperation in supporting the participants and officials.
Profanity, racial, sexist, or ethnic comments or other intimidating or taunting actions will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal
So
Baldwin-Woodville Blackhawk Athletic Department.
Somerset and Prescott parents.
All your support and assurance.
Since we only have one home meet this evening, we've got parents' night, senior night, and everything jam-packed into this. So gonna have to suffer through a lot of Baldwin propaganda, I guess,
Yeah.
maybe.
So let's give our parents a big round of applause. Next, we'd like to recognize the seniors. Would wrestler Sergey Weary, manager Serena Barrow-Wren, and cheerleader May Marvin come forward.
All right, we have one senior wrestler. We are gonna, for Baldwin fans, we are very young. Sergey Worry, I believe 3-year ladder winner for Baldwin-Woodville. He's plugged in. He grew to 138, 144, depends on where we need him. Serena is our manager. Let's go with Serena Baraboo. Rainey. She's been for 4 years, does a really good job. Kind of the resident, keeps the guys in line because she gets all the uniforms. Her and Kaylee Fink, and they let the boys know when the uniforms are not in the proper place.
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't sure, Zach, which cheerleader is that?
That's what I wasn't entirely sure either.
Okay, we apologize. The cheer coach is Megan Timmerman, and she's assisted by Julia Olson.
Once there, they list all the cheerleaders listed on there, or no?
Yeah, they've got 3 of them, but I don't know which one was which.
Unless it was Danielle Johnson. Is she a senior? I don't know. I'll make a bad guess.
It's either Dylan Ann Egan, Danielle Johnson, or Vay Marmot.
The hard part is I haven't seen some of these kids since 4th grade, so sometimes they change.
I have, just looking out at some of the names, I'm not as connected with the high school kids. There was a couple years in there that I was with the middle school and I wasn't around. I'm getting back into it. I know I've had a pleasure of being in the room with a lot of high school kids this year. They're a young team, but we'll talk more about that in a little bit. So I think that we've had a request. I don't know who's home. I think it's Somerset's home, and it looked like red was flipped up. So that means red has the choice for odd or even for wrestlers.
There'll
And
be no matches. They're actually all forfeits.
okay, bear with us. There's all three teams are been bit by the forfeit bug. So Prescott, I see 132 is the first Somerset. Oh, there it looks like they're going to wrestle the girls first.
At 107,
So, and this is kind of a new thing. This is the first year. It's our third year in WIA, I believe. We actually do have teams with the girls. So I think there's 12 weight classes, but there might only be 4 or 5 competing athletes. So there's going to be a lot of forfeits. So you see a lot of the girls' scores are quite high
Mm-hmm.
due to some forfeits. But the numbers are, from what I gather from all the coaches talking to them, are getting better,
at 120,
which is awesome. We're very happy to see that. And for people that are new to this, female wrestling is the fastest growing sport in the United States at every level. And they're very entertaining, to say the least. Maybe, because it's just been a sport, so we have a lot of first, second, third year people, so they're very, it's wide open. There's a lot of scoring.
at 126 for Somerset for a big lead wins by forfeit.
Cora Bigley. She's a talented. She is, I like to say the word in a very
132.
positive way. She's a special wrestler to watch. She's tough, very physical, very tough wrestler. I got a chance to see her at Northern Badger, and
All the
I
way
was really impressed.
for Somerset, Savannah Whiting. Excuse me, for Prescott. Savannah
We got to give a shout out to former principal Dave Brandvold
Yeah.
is our officiant for the evening.
Remind me of his credentials. River Falls he coached, and I can't remember.
River Falls he coached, and he got a principal's job in Merrill.
Merrill.
And then I think he spent 1 year in Edgar before he came back here. I believe he's a superintendent at Edgar and came back here and became our principal for 8 years, 9 years, somewhere in that ball.
Yeah, maybe 9.
2016 rings a bell, and I could be right or wrong on that.
And his son went to Madison, is that correct?
Yes,
Okay.
Trevor went to Madison, was a coach at Madison. He was a 2-time All-American at Madison. And coached at Madison, coached at Minnesota. Now he's working in the private sector. But if you go to a Minnesota duel, you'll see Trevor sitting in the first row behind the coaches. So he's still involved. I think he probably still comes in and wrestles. So Prescott, the first 3 weights, I think they started at 106, and Somerset's first weight that they show a wrestler is 132. And I see they got a new special referee down, or a coach down there, a young tyke that's giving everybody 5s. So there was a double forfeit at 113. Neither team has a 26 pounder, so I think 32. Prescott did have a 113 pounder. So if you're wondering, if you're watching this, why there's nothing going on, there's a lot of forfeits. Like I said, Somerset shows their first weight at 132, but you have to go through the complete formalities of entering the name. Now with the USA bracketing, coaches have to go who was called and formalities.
But it looks like we're about to go here.
Yes, and we'll have to look at the scoreboard for the names because I think this is 126, and Somerset doesn't have anybody listed there, so.
You can go up one weight class.
Yeah, you can go up one weight class, so there's a possibility that we don't have the JV in front of us either. They could have plugged in a JV guy, moved him up, or you can go up one weight class from whatever you weighed in.
At 126, wrestling for Somerset will be Nate Baldwin. For Prescott, Trevor Lansing.
All right, Trevor Lansing from Prescott and Nate Bolovich from Somerset. They have them listed at 132, but they're wrestling 126 today. Action starts off, they're both on their feet. Working that inside position, that usual feeling each other out. Oh, Trevor Lansing was in a nice high crotch. Nice elevation, nice finish. That's right. If you look up a high crotch, how to shoot it and finish it, you just saw it. Textbook. Got him off the mat, in control, and returned him safely. Now it looks like he's a longer feller, and it looks like he might be going for that old tight waist. Now I think, Zach, you spent a year wrestling, didn't you? Or a couple years?
Just freshman year, long time ago.
So I'm sure you had, if you ever got tight waisted really hard, you probably have memories of that.
Yeah, if that's what that was, yeah. Or Jared Benrud was the head coach.
Oh, and another ref that had a bad accident last year. Now here he's up and moving around.
Oh, shoot, I didn't know.
And yeah, it was kind of bad. He was, he's got some good pressure forward. Got a 3 count out of that, so he's got 3 points. So back points, 2 counts, or 2 points, 3 count. It's 3 points, and 4 is 4 points. And takedowns are now 3. That changed last year. Oh, here's the cradle, and he's looking to get that knee into that rib, and Nate is fending this off, but it's kind of tight. Ref is holding 4, and as soon as the period ends, he'll get that on the scoreboard. So Mr. Lansing is up 9-0 after a period. Lanky guys like that cradle. And so it looks like it was Mr. Lansing's choice. And he took down, and very good reversal. And there is a mess up at the scoreboard. The clock did not start. We have some good clock keepers. Mr. Terry Stone, Gray Hush is doing the books, and the voice you'll hear once in a while is the mayor, Don Timmerman.
Don Timmerman.
Timmerman Realty. I'm sure he's on that list somewhere.
He is, yeah. Thanks for reminding me. I have to get those in at some point.
A little cheap plug out there. So sometimes the scoreboard and the people and everything do not all sync up.
So still gets a 2 reversal even though the clock didn't start.
Yep. The ref started it so officially, and then they just... it's not a hotly contested duel at this point, but when you get in those heated ones, like Baldwin was a few years ago, every second we'd argue every call. Just, you did it, but... I'll say it, a lot of kids out here competing. Prescott's a nice young team also. They look like they have a future, but at this point it's better to get matches in. So Mr. Lansing did get the reversal, working on top. He got himself into a near side cradle. He's got it pretty tight, and being a long, lanky, they're always tough wrestlers. And you got to watch out for the cradle because they can. And there, Mr. Lansing gets the fall in the second. I know Somerset's heart of their order starts at about 65. They got about 3-4 kids right in a row there. They're pretty solid. And a lot of fun. All right, 132.
Winner by forfeit for Prescott, Shia Farmeter.
Shia Parmeter gets the forfeit, gets a win on his record and 6 more points for Prescott, and Prescott is up 30-0 at this point.
At 138, wrestling for Somerset, Teddy Mucka. For Prescott, Cole Thomas.
Oh, Koya Thomason for Prescott, and did you catch the name for Somerset?
No, of course, yeah, that's the one that's not changed.
Was it Jonathan Gardner?
Not sure.
Koya quick on a takedown. He has an older brother. I believe it's, I want to say Conan. If I say it wrong, Conan, you're listening, please don't be mad at me. Tough kid back in the day. I think he's probably same age as Max, maybe a year older. I just ran into him in Northern Badger and exchanged a few pleasantries with him, and but
How is the middle border as a whole? You get 3 of the 8 teams here today. But then the other 5?
yep, quick pin on a basic bundle. We'll just grab the arm across the face. St. Croix Central and Osceola are both ranked very high. So at our super sectional tournament, St. Croix Falls, Osceola, and St. Croix Central, like 3 of the top 7 teams.
Okay.
So, and I know Amory's got some young talent. We just wrestled them middle school. They got some tough kids there. Mike Ingham's their coach. His son wrestles the starter for the Badgers.
I was going to say, yeah, that last name.
And he knows his wrestling. And Osceola's got a great group of parents involved and their kids. Of course, you got the Meyer family that probably accounts for about 7, 8 of them. But yeah, they're very good. It's going to be really fun at sectionals. They only take 2 teams. There's only 7 sections this year.
Yeah, there's no regional, correct?
Yeah, no regional. Yeah. And I think it'll go off well. I kind of disagree. They went to 7 sectionals instead of 8, so they're only going to take the top 2 from each. And then for team, they're going to take 8 to state for team, but there's going to be 1 wild card.
Oh.
And I think everybody's hoping that our section 1, will get that wild card, but I think the section on the east side of the state feels that they're going to get it. So they had some readjustments, so it seems like Stoughton, that were always D1, are now D2. And if anybody knows wrestling, Stoughton's traditionally a very, very good team. But they're not that far removed from a state title in D1, so, or state finals appearance. So out here we have Mr. West and Mr. Fox going at it. We're at 157. So I'm looking at the sheet that I was given, and it shows Mr. West must have had a great Christmas because they have him listed at 144. So yeah, I take it he might be giving up some weight. Well, I gave up the first takedown here. And it could be a situation where the Prescott, maybe their starters a little sick, a little under weather, a little banged up, anything. So they're going to plug somebody else in out there and give them a match. Well, Mr. Fox ended that one in the first period with a arm bar and walked it over. So Somerset is now on the board.
At 157, winner by pin, Somerset Blackhawks.
So, yeah, maybe it starts at 157. I know Somerset's got a nice run of 4 or 5 kids through here that are pretty solid.
At 165, wrestling for Somerset, Elvin Peterson. For Prescott, blue player.
Let's see. Someone was saying they couldn't hear us very well, but on our headsets we can hear each other crystal clear. So
Okay, I haven't checked anything. It should be a good match. Lucas Meyer, pretty solid wrestler from Prescott, taking on Alvin Peterson the fourth. So, I just got corrected. Thursday night meet with Baldwin from Mr. Big Rig, or it's now just the Rig, Ron Stave. We're in Amory on Thursday night, not St. Croix Central.
oh,
Thank you, Ron. Sometimes I kind of slack. I just kind of went over the schedule real quick, and Ron should know, middle school, you get everything confused every once in a while. So early on, I like to call Alvin Peterson, I like to call him Vinny. He started in Baldwin. Allie still lived here, and he was in our youth program for a year or two before they moved to Somerset, and he got the job up there. Talented little wrestler. Got an early takedown. And there we go with a Kelly. Covered that elbow and dropped down, but he didn't get his arm into the legs. So it's a move you can use in Greco also, as long as you don't touch them legs. And Vinny here was on the Wisconsin national team for Fargo last year for Greco. He's got a leg Turk going on, coming across the face. He's drawn a count. He hasn't quite got the back to 45 yet. There's another one swipe. Yep. Not there he goes. Readjusted, elevated leg that is hooked. He's still holding the same move. If he drops his hand, Vinny ends the period 10-1, and I might be the only guy that calls him Vinny, but
yeah, cross country meet in the wrestling room every day, and I check out the board with the 100 wins, and
we haven't updated that in a long time.
I was gonna say, usually every now and then I give old Jimbo a call, and I say, oh yeah, I think Alvin Peterson's one of them, or yeah. He's like, oh yeah, 95. He gives me the rundown, but then he'll always argue with me that 100 wins in the 90s was more impressive than 100 wins now.
Yes.
Nothing wrong with 100, but wrestled a lot less back then.
Yes, they had a lot less matches. Vinny starts down, gets a nice little reversal. Yeah, I think if Baldwin would put up 90 wins, even in the 80s and 90s. When I was a sophomore, it was the first year if you were good, and I wasn't one of them. We had a state finalist, and he had 33 or 35 matches in. Now it's we can't have any more than 50 when it comes sectional time.
Okay.
And I know Newt tries to get at least 40. This year's just one of those oddities that we've had sickness, weather. So I know our girls, I was looking at some of the girls, I think they're getting close to 30 wins or 30 matches in. But I don't think our boys have that many. So Vinny's on top riding. Started the period on the bottom. Had nice little reversals on top. And got kind of a roll through. Sometimes you just got to be tougher, and that's what he did. And Vinny comes up with the tech fall 16-1.
At 165, winner by tech fall from Somerset, Baldwin-Woodville.
Yeah, Big Jim points that out. We have kids that have more pins in a season than people had matches back in the 80s now.
Right.
But, you know, this is getting to be an oddity. We're seeing more and more full teams. So the forfeits aren't as much, judging by what we're going to see tonight here. We got some forfeits. We've got some illness, injuries, whatever. These teams that I talked about, Osseo and St. Croix Central, there's 30 to 40 kids in the room.
Wow.
So we're getting some good numbers. So what we have Mr. Riley out for Prescott, and I'll go out on a limb and say this is Carter Big Knee. Oh no, it'd be Jack Muka, and then Carter Big Knees up at 190. Like I said, Somerset's got a nice little, like, 57 through 90 little run here. Oh, he was in on a little single, then it was a nice little cutback for a 3 takedown. Get up 6-1. Figured if he's taking him down twice in the first 40 seconds, might as well cut him and take him down again. Would be my game plan. Now that the takedowns are worth 3.
Yeah.
But the last 2 matches, Prescott's scored some good points from the top position, so. He's got that near side leg hooked, and it kind of looks like he's going for the old vaunted 3/4 Nelson. Got him to roll over, and I got out of that, so there's no points. A little different 3/4 Nelson.
I think Dave was doing a little subbing here recently. I've seen his blue truck in the in the staff lot.
Yeah, I actually saw him in school. I came in early to go to community ed, and he was in the hallway. Talked to him a little bit. End of the first period, 6-1. Somerset. I've always told Jeremy that I should. It's hard in wrestling to really get all of our sponsors, and Blackhawk TV does a really good job, and we have a ton of sponsors to do it. I always told him I'm going to just say that takedown was brought to you by certain guys, but he wants to be a little more.
We have and one opportunities, you know.
Yeah.
Pick a wrestling one, yeah.
Yeah, so gotta work something in here. One for Jeremy Warner and Apex. Well, Somerset started on the bottom, a quick reversal. I've seen a couple of out of there. Allie was a great mat wrestler in his day. Got him wrapped up and got the pin. Second period. That's kind of like Money in the Bank. Wisconsin credit. Even.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
From Somerset, Carter Big.
Oh, that was Cardinal Big Ol, I believe. Yeah, wrestling's a family sport. His sister's very talented. And he looks like he's going to be a handful when it comes to that section time. He looks like a strong, put-together guy. He's got some good on the feet and looks pretty powerful on the mat. Quentin Holt for Prescott and Sweeney from Somerset. Now the Holtz is a popular name in Prescott. They've been around for quite a while. The Mose, Holtz,
yeah.
and there've been a lot of them. Matt Smith. Sweeney's in. He finished it. Got the quick three, and now he's got a crossface, and it looks like he's trying to dig in a near side cradle. So actually, they just stopped that and potentially dangerous. And sometimes when you dig in that crossface cradle, the opponent, the one on the bottom, can actually move that arm into a position where there could be some injuries.
I was just about to say, I haven't heard you say potentially dangerous yet, and I feel like last year, that was every other word out of your mouth.
Potentially dangerous. Well, we had, last year, I mean, we had a very senior-dominated team, and we got some good matches, and when two good wrestlers are going at it, you end up in some really weird spots. And you're seeing it now in college. They're really pushing. If they're anticipating, a power half, if that elbow is going to get anywhere near the back of your head, they're calling it. These kids are getting so big and strong that you got to stop it, because I was at national duels and watched a guy get his arm pulled right out of the socket.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
But this is how tough they are. They get it popped in and they go back out and wrestle.
Yeah, so what exactly are they talking about at the table?
This is what I was a little afraid of. When you get a lot of forfeits and a lot of, and I'm sure Coach Peterson was looking for some matchups for his guys. And even we're a little confused up here, because I saw some guys listed at different weights. Sometimes they can get it confused a little bit. Or when they come and check in, they might say a name, but the USA bracketing, I know one of the holdups is they kind of try to do it for you, and they might pop a different name in there quick.
Does that have something to do with track wrestling looking different?
Well,
I was looking for Northern Badger results. I'm like, man, I can't seem to find these.
And you go right to flow.
Yep, right to flow wrestling. Yep.
So 5 years ago, maybe longer, I think Sports Engine bought track wrestling, then they sold it to Flow, which I believe is owned by NBC.
Yeah.
And the gentleman, Justin Tritz, from everything I've been told, that started track wrestling, had a X amount no compete. Now he's back and he did USA bracketing.
Oh, okay.
Trying to fix all the things. Well, people that haven't used track wrestling, that are using USA bracketing, thinks it's the best thing. Us old timers that are so used to track, I struggle with USA wrestling.
Oh, so it's not just me.
Yeah. I do have a Flow account. Because I'm a junkie, so I can't wait to watch an interview or whatever. I pop it right up on my TV. Leaves much to be desired, and their format's old, and now putting all the track. And Flow has softball and NASCAR stuff and drum and bugle. Ooh, a takedown and another Turk situation. That is now with the 2, 3, and 4. You're just looking on a takedown to split the legs, get a leg in there, elevate it, and come with the crossface. You're looking to get a quick 2 or 3 count. Sometimes you can get it locked up and get a fall out of it. So Mr. Sweeney ups that record and probably gets a little pin from some manager, if they still do it. So I'm going to go on the limb when the coach from Prescott brings up their bands. They don't have anybody. It looks like there's a Connor Duffy come trotting out.
Match 285 winner by forfeit for Somerset, Connor Duffy.
So that brings our score to 48-35. But if you're Somerset, you had a nice run there of nice 4 wins.
I was going to say, yeah, it was.
So Matches wrestled. As a coach, if you're giving up a lot of forfeits, you look at Matches wrestled, and they won that battle, I believe.
So how much time do you get between before the next one here?
Oh gosh, I think it's a half an hour. And now between matches, if you wrestle the match, you get a half an hour break before you have to wrestle another one. It used to be 45.
Oh, okay.
I think if you got a forfeit, it's down to 20. But they'll probably give about 20 minutes. Let the Baldwin lads get out here, strut around a little bit. Probably, maybe, I don't know if the cheerleaders are going to do anything.
I was going to say, I made a video for our kind of sponsors that you read, so I was like, oh, I'm just going to fit that in between the...
Fit them in.
Yeah.
You got all the times. And I will say yay or nay. No, they're all good sponsors.
Yeah. But yeah, thanks to all of our sponsors, the Smokehouse, Whitecap Financial Advisors, Timmerman Realtors, Family Chirocare, Helverson Concrete Solutions, Fern's Lawn Care, St. Croix Custom Apparel, Fenrin Jewelers, Firehelm Langer, St. Croix Garage Doors, Blackhawk Garage Door, Pete Construction, Christo Orthodontics, C.W. Garage Door Distribution, Village Pharmacy, Woodville Garage Bar, Baldwin Lightstream, Schaefer Financial Service, American Family Insurance, Western Wisconsin Health, Wisconsin Credit Union, OEM Fabricators, Nielsen's Foods, Strikers Lanes, A-Star Concrete, TMS Auto, Lakes Gas, Lupient Ford, DMS Repair, Anytime Fitness, and Bumper to Bumper. And then, like I said, we will get our own version of a commercial break here.
All right.
So we'll be back.
For over 38 years, OEM Fabricators has been building the backbone of industries worldwide, from construction and mining to rail, oil and gas, and agriculture. As a Wisconsin Manufacturer of the Year and certified family-friendly workplace, we proudly employ over 280 skilled team members across Woodville, Neillsville, and Phillips. Looking for a career with a purpose? We offer flexible 7-day schedules and hands-on opportunities in metalworking. Visit OEMFAB.com to learn more. OEM Fabricators, manufacturing like we mean it. Looking for a place that drives good times? Head to Woodville Garage Bar, where muscle cars, cold drinks, and live music come standard. Located in the heart of Woodville, we're serving up American favorites with a retro roadside twist. Come for the food and stay for the music. Woodville Garage Bar is a great venue with the best vibes around. Woodville Garage Bar. More than a bar, it's a destination. Are you financially prepared for the big game of life? Whitecap Financial Advisors wants to help you with your game plan. Just like no two teams are the same, no two investors are the same. Here's the play-by-play. Together, we will 1. Make the plan, 2. Work the plan, 3. Review the plan. Whitecap Financial Advisors specializes in investment management, financial and retirement planning, life insurance, and education funding. Call today to set up your no-cost, no-obligation appointment at their Roberts or Turtle Lake location, 715-760-9001. From the roughest seas to the highest peaks, Whitecap Financial Advisors will be with you every step of the way. Securities and investment advisory services offered through Mosaic Wealth Inc., member FINRA SIPC. Mosaic Wealth is separately owned, and other entities and or marketing names, products, or services referenced here are independently of Mosaic Wealth. At Christo Orthodontics, our goal
I guess I totally forgot that for the buffer for the time, we do have female wrestling. Something I need to get used to a little more. And we have Miss Peterson is actually the girls manager, and Heather Zinda coaches the girls. So
The wrong headset on. Yeah, Tessa Peterson.
yeah,
Little brother's Axel.
yep. Axel's a 7th grader, and yep, Tessa.
Kurt Russell?
Yeah, Kurt Russell.
Okay.
Kurt Russell, oh gosh. 02, 03 in that ballpark. I think he graduated. He had a brother Jake that 05-ish. I remember Jake. I remember watching matches of Jake 28 to 26. I remember him being down by 14 points and coming back
Jeez.
and winning like 30 to 26 or something. I was just like, oh.
Remember I was talking about, when I was in high school, it was a gym and the lights would be off. There was a center light. And I remember them doing this, and it was just, the gym was packed, and it was something.
If it was up to me, we'd have that again. I love that. But then talking to coaches or the refs, you have to have the right mat.
Oh,
Because it'll cast so many shadows, so you don't know if there's a pin.
oh yeah, that
in
makes
some of those
sense.
spots. But I still, you go to the big national events. It is so cool when the gym gets dark and then there's spotlights. And now like the Iowa Penn State duel, you got fireworks going off, and it's fun. It's fun to be in that environment, especially when you got really good teams. Minnesota does a great job when you pack in 5,000, and if they really have a big duel, they'll move it to Williams, and you have 14,000 on an elevated floor and lights, and the walkout music, and yeah. I wish they would do a little more. Let the music play a little longer, keep it going in the background. But maybe I'm, the wrestling purists are still.
Yeah. Well, so that's Dave's opinion, is what you're getting at?
I'm not throwing Dave under the bus. I'm throwing age group of mine and Dave's in there. A lot of them. But my argument is most kids are. You'll see them warming up. They've got headphones on. They're listening to music. They practice in a room with music, and sometimes it gets really quiet during the duels. I'd like to hear just a little music. Why do 90% of their time they're listening to music?
Yeah.
And then I guess the other argument is majority of the people don't wear headgear, but they have to wear it to compete.
Yeah.
I think it should be the other way around. But then you talk to most, I always tell the story, if you go to an Ivy League school, you compete for them for 4 years, you graduate, and they will pay to get your ears fixed.
Oh.
And I've been told it's been going on for 70 years, and there 2 people have had it done. I think the wrestlers like to own this. So, well, this match here, we have Ellie. I think they said Turner, but I could be wrong. And I'm going to get her name right. I've been working on it all day. Ellie McKeever.
Ellie McKeever, yep.
Yeah, I called her Ella and Ellen, and I'm off with names. Is it Lily Kern? I believe they called out from Prescott in on a nice takedown, and she's got a little bundle going. But Miss McKeever slid out of that. She's back up on her feet. This is her first year, and she has come a long way. She's getting more and more competitive. It's just, wrestling's a hard sport just to jump in and do it. So she comes in the room, works hard, a lot of fun. And I did tell the one nice thing about being in the high school. I didn't get in until 2-3 weeks after the season started. I said there was a noticeable change in the room having the girls in there. Because girls tend to smell a lot better than the boys.
Oh, yeah. No. So there's a weird mixture of, yeah. I don't know if I would say it canceled out, but.
No, I found myself spending some time, a little takedown by a nice little kind of a snatch double leg elevation to the mat for Miss Lily Kern. Well, I'm going to argue that call. That's a little quick here, but Prescott called for a little stalling because she was riding right behind the hips. Let it transpire a little bit more, but is it just me? But on the right leg of Miss Kern, is that some artwork?
I was just, when I saw the.
Oh, Miss Kern slipped in the half, drove her over, and pin.
I can't really see what it is when I zoom in, but.
Well, me being a lover of artwork, I enjoy it. So Prescott jumps out to a 6-0 team lead with that pin by Miss Lily Kern. I hope that's her name.
Now you get the basketball player turned wrestler.
Yes, we got a basketball player away from basketball to wrestle, and Miss Molly Heilhecker. She's taking on Addison Alsop from Prescott. Molly's another, she's kind of a go-getter. Sometimes she wrestled last year in middle school. She gets ahead of herself a little bit. You throw a lot of moves at her, and then she goes out and tries to do all the moves at once. Just got to slow her down a little bit, but she's got good aggressive nature to her. It's not only female wrestling. Oh, Alsop's in on a double leg. Nice elevation into the mat. Quick 3-0 lead for Miss Alsop at the minute mark. Oh, nice. The old wicked half Nelson that nobody wants to do. Very effective is being applied to Miss Molly Heilhecker, and I saw one swipe. I think you could see two. She's fighting hard. Oh, now she's got her arm behind her back. There's some points. There's two things. Oh, there's a pin for Miss Alsop in the first. If you haven't watched wrestling in a while, they went away from the hair cutting rule and the beard rule in 2023.
What was? I guess I didn't know the rule.
You always had to be cleanly shaved. You could have a mustache, and your hair could not go to your basically traps or your whatever. What do they call that? It couldn't go to the T1 vertebrae. But they went away from that a few years ago. And boys and girls.
Oh, I wanted to see Cora wrestle.
Yeah, that would have been hopefully next. Oh, she'll have a match next.
Okay.
So, Cora Reeby gets a forfeit. She was a cheerleader and came out for wrestling. She's been she's approaching the 20-win mark. Really good athlete. I was talking off camera to Zach. Or off the mic, and very talented athlete. Works hard, go getter. Been a great addition. It's been a lot of fun, and outside I don't know what this year holds, but if she keeps working on it, I could see her being a state potential wrestler. I'm not saying she can't get there this year. I don't know enough. I know the girl from Somerset's really good, and we're going to get a little preview of this earlier. So I'm guessing we're at 138 right now, because
So it's 32 up there if this is Schmidt's.
oh, well, maybe Bailey Kuhn is going to wrestle 32. Because now they get the weight allowance, so they can weigh 140 or 132 or 134. Get their 2 pounds. You know, that's another thing when you're in the room with the girls, because we're never told to ask the girls their weight.
Yeah.
But now it's pretty open. Bailey's a girl that she's a very strong, and my opinion is she'd be better at 38. But you know, in wrestling you have this stigma, you got to cut weight. But now most women don't want to really be told they're going to be gain weight either. So there she is. She's very aggressive in that front headlock position. Slipped into the near side cradle, got the 3. She kept the arm and bundled it and walked around the head. There we go. Bailey is ranked top 10 in the state.
Okay, wow.
4th at Northern Badger. She's won a couple tournaments. Won the Eau Claire tournament. That was a real tough one. She won that. And then did she get one at Richmond also? Or was it DC Everest? I can't remember. But yeah, she's top 10 ranked, maybe even higher. I've seen her up at 5, but I haven't looked at the rankings recently. So hopefully we'll get to see her again and we can brag about her accolades. Multiple time youth state place winner, state champ. She's wrestled boys, and she protested wrestling any girls when she was younger. So she has a very front headlock, very short offense, very aggressive style that I think is throwing some girls for a loop, because she likes to pound. She'll lean hot ball. She'll drive your nose right into that mat and doesn't think twice. So now we're out here with Chelsea. What was her last name again? I turned the paper over. Oh, Chelsea Blake, sophomore. Prescott jumped on that one to decide the duel.
You notice about Prescott's headgear is they all have the cardinal on the side of it. I kind of like that.
I do too. I'm kind of a proponent of that, to be honest with you. I would like to see, but when you start talking headgear and shoes with wrestlers, you're stepping in uncharted waters.
I think we talked about shoes extensively one year on here.
Yes, and
people are picky.
Oh, they're picky. They are picky, and we're at Northern Badger, and somebody had busted out a pair of Dave Schultz. And anybody's familiar with wrestling, the movie Foxcatcher, John DuPont, it was back in the 93, 94. He killed, they had a bunch of wrestlers, and he kind of lost his mind and started shooting up the place, and it was Dave Schultz, a world champ, Olympic champ. So you're talking shoes that are 30 plus years ago, but they're made like they were 30 plus years ago, and I was like, wow, they're still on the market.
Yeah. You got Mr. Isaac Adatis here.
Yes, Mr. Isaac Adatis. So when you wrestle tries, you move up one weight class. And Isaac is not 113 pounds. He's probably about 104. He's wrestling out at 113. And pretty decent opponent from Prescott. Prescott's pretty solid down low, and we're going to get to see one of the highly ranked kids in state at 106. But we have Alsop. Once again, they don't have it either. And they're not throwing it up on the camera for us. But pretty tough kid. Little Isaac Adatis got 11th at Northern Badger out of 38. in his bracket, giving up solid 10 pounds every match.
And Jim was saying his dad was not a lightweight wrestler.
Oh, no, his dad was a lightweight wrestler.
He was?
Yes.
I wonder what he was. Or maybe there's a sibling I don't remember.
He has an older brother you might see at 165.
Maybe that's what. Okay, that's probably what he's talking about, yeah.
And Isaacs still hasn't learned how to adjust the headgear, and he is in the cradle. This is a tight cradle. To make it tighter, the Prescott individual, I'd like to see to get that knee and that rib into that armpit area and really flatten them out. Well, he got the job done. So he jumped up. Isaac's very talented. You know, moving up a weight class to anybody that's, he's too big. You know, it makes a big deal when you're 103 pounds wrestling kids that are potentially 115. That's a big percentage of your body weight. You're getting in about that 10% range. He's got a lot of heart, talented kid. We're hoping Isaac and Colton, one of them will grow just a little bit. We have a really good 8th grader that's got to grow a lot to make 106. But
who's that?
Little Cole Gunderson.
Oh, yeah. I had him in class.
Yep.
He wasn't very big in 5th grade.
No, he's not very big in 8th grade either.
Good, heck of a wrestler, though.
Yeah, very good wrestler. We got a lot of lightweight kids in the middle school, and we got some big kids, and we're going to see this. So Baldwin has forfeit at 120 and 126.
I think every other week he was coming in after a weekend saying, I won this tournament. Or he wouldn't tell me. I'd have to get it out of him. He was not one for words, but...
No. And Baldwin is forfeiting 132 also. So Prescott's out to a 24-0 lead.
I think that same year I had Chase Margolowski, Isaac Morgan, and I had the wrestling crew that year.
Yeah, you did. Isaac's another very talented 8th grade wrestler. So now we got our lone senior, Sergey Worry, coming out at 138. And Prescott Thomason. Like you said, Sergey's kind of filled in all over the place in the last 4 years.
I was just going to make a comment about that. Yeah, he seems like he's kind of a glue guy almost.
Yeah, he's kind of bounced around, and he's done a lot for, filling in here and there. Probably, when our team was a little more fuller, if there was some injury, hey, get up. This isn't the first time he wrestled 138. He might have been doing it as a sophomore, but not when he was near it. So, nice little low signal for Sergey, right into a nice arm bar. He's getting back points there. Kind of had the head scooped a little bit. There's 4. Quick 7-0 lead. Let's see if he... Oh, Mr. Coach Brandvold, or Ref Brandvold, dung Sergey for running him out of bounds. I don't know. And Sergey likes the old-fashioned coffee grinder. So Koa gets a escape to make it 7-1.
Ooh.
For any middle schoolers watching it, we were going over that position. Squeeze with your knees as a defense when you get a leg under you. But Sergey fought that off pretty solid. A couple different looks he gave him, slowed him down. Another low single attack by Sergey. He's got that down. Oh, he kept the leg and a half and back points. And the pin. So been watching a lot of college wrestling, and I forget that college and high school have some different rules. In college, if you get that low signal in that position with the half, you take the leg right to the head. It's called the bow and arrow. It's not legal in high school.
Oh,
It's very painful.
so legal for good reason, probably.
It's got to go directly to the head. You get into international style, that stuff is legal. College, like I said, college is just getting brutal. So I'm trying to go back to the high school, middle school, and that's why maybe it's a little harsh on Ref Brandvold. I think that's a little quick, but if he wants fast pace, you got it. So Prescott's sending out a Sanford, and we're sending out Kane Parumbo, a junior. He's another upperclassman. I think there's only 2 of them. Oh, he has a half stepbrother that's been wrestling up at 175.
Who's that?
Xander Paulson.
Oh, Xander Paulson.
Yep. So he's also a junior. So we do have 3 upperclassmen on the team. Sometimes I forget. Kane's kind of caught on the bottom, but he's got to suck that leg in. And you don't want to get stretched out like that. I don't even know in college they would call it that quick of a stalemate. But if that's what sometimes the refs have meetings, and maybe they want a quicker pace, they've had that usually right before the regional sectionals. They have a meeting at Baldwin usually, so I can go in there and pipe my words if I need to. Nice little go behind for a 3-0 lead by Parumbo. So maybe they're looking to speed up the pace a little bit. So I haven't been privy. I've only been mat side a couple times this year. So an escape by Sanford to make it 3-1. Still got 30 seconds. It'd be really nice if Kane would get on the balls of his feet. He might be a kid we got to talk to about. We'll put thumbtacks in his shoes, on his heels. Well, and in on a nice single leg, he's got to suck it up and take that left leg and step up, or otherwise you're going to get stretched out and you're going to burn oxygen out of them arms. Oh, nice little crossface, extended that leg, and he's got Kane kind of in a tough spot. Sanford takes the 4-3 lead. He kind of had the leg split. Glad it was at the end of the period. If you're a Baldwin fan, I'm sure Prescott fans probably would have liked to see another 10 seconds. No ands, if, buts, or ors. Kane says, I'm going down, I'm getting my point. Nice job by Sanford to follow him, get on the hips. Got that arm good, getting it back. Looks like Sanford likes the legs. He's got the one kind of in. Kind of got a little scissors going. Kane's got to work back to his base on this and hopefully gather a leg. Peel that left leg that's out or in, get it out. Always the don't of mat wrestling. If you're going to go down and get 1 point, you better get that before they start accumulating back points on you. And unfortunately, Kane gave up some back points there. I can't stress enough, when you're on the bottom, there's not one move. It's kind of more, you gotta take a deep breath and say, I'm getting away. Now he did a nice job pushing that arm across and putting pressure, so he really can't get that arm out. Holding 4. He's got period. No. Oof. Kane was down 4-3. Now he's down 10-3.
Yeah, that was a quick change of pace.
Taken down can go south on you. Well, and the Prescott's feeling confident. Mr. Stanford said, "You know what? I'm taking top. I'm getting some more points." Bottom wrestling. Kane had a nice first move there, kind of into a knee slide, short sit situation. And Sanford followed him and kind of just horsed them back down. And now he's got a cradle locked up. He's got on the bottom, you got to put together a series of short sets. And I know it's easier said than done, but once they get those legs in, they get you a little open. It's a struggle for 2 minutes feels like 20 minutes. Ref's holding 4, which will extend the lead to 14-3 once he releases this hold. And he should have it released. He should be awarding it because now he's into a different pinning combination. Oh, legal move. He must have the full, the vaunted full. He didn't want the half. He wanted the full. Which, when you're switching side to sides, it does happen. We had a former wrestler that loved to give up full Nelsons. There, that was a nice move to get square. Now he's in. Yeah, now he's in on a single leg from the mat. This is only reversal. It's only worth 2, but it's 2 points.
What's he got to do here? You got 30 seconds.
Well, we spend very little time as coaches, but this is where you cut them and you rip a headlock. Preferably a lefty, and I know Coach Fink loves lefties. I love them too. And Kane locked his hands. If you're relatively new, locked hands, if you touch your own forearm, your own elbow, it's locked hands.
Oh, you don't even have to.
Yeah, you don't even have to lock your hands together. And that's hard to tell people because when they say locked hands, no, if you touch a wrist, forearm, elbow, and when you're doing a lot of hand fighting underneath, if you got a guy that's really strong and he can control your wrists a little bit, even though you're in the top position, he can touch them.
Oh.
And get a point out of the deal.
Wow.
So that's a major decision. 14 points for Prescott, 15-6 win for Mr. Sanford over King Perumbo. Kane is a kid that had some experience as a youth, but came into high school pretty green. But he's done a really nice job of hitting the weight room and working. He got lost tonight, but he's light years ahead of where he was even last year.
Okay, yeah.
He really's put on some muscle.
At 150 wrestling for Prescott Cardinals, Baldwin-Woodville out of Meyer.
Oh, it was Meyer. Mayer or Meyer? I always called him Meyer.
Meyer, that's what I'll go with.
Okay.
I'll give a plug to Johnson Tractors out south of town. His dad's a mechanic out there, might even be the head guy. I'm not quite sure, but his dad was a runner-up, Jake, for Luck Frederick Ransburg. Nice double leg takedown. One thing about Adam is all pedal, no brakes. He's relatively new, came out last year, strong kid. I think Kiefer's probably excited for him for football. He's a very aggressive, strong kid, and gets him in a little trouble with wrestling. But I like the attitude of all gas, no brakes. He needs to get behind him. He's got the cradle locked up. I'd like to see more on the side with that, but he's a kid that worked his way down, started the season at 165, and he's out at 150. Right now it's 152. We have a weight descent plan,
Okay.
so it's not like you can drop it all in a day. It's taken him since Thanksgiving. You know, and a kid like him who's strong and powerful, younger, he had a little extra. He's worked it down. He looks really good. I saw him in the hallway before the meet tonight, and he looks really good. He still looks like a 155 pounder or 165 pounder. He's big, broad shoulders, and he drove him over with a half. And we got a little running around. All right, Adam ends up back on top. The goal is always to end the period on top, and you got 3 back points with that little wild exchange, so he's up 6-0. And he's got a nice ride, got him flat, nice little ride on. I wasn't sure whose choice, but they're not getting on the mat. And Adam in with a vaunted nice blast double, freight train double, head into the stomach, grab them legs, the old football tackle. Extends his lead to 9-0. Now it's a 4-point team win if he can hold on or add more points to this. Well, he got a stall call, and he got the pin all in one motion. So there, that closes the gap to 28-12. Prescott's still in the lead. Adam Meyer. Freshman.
I assume you'll be wrestling a whole lot of non-freshmen at that weight.
Yeah, that's usually what happens. We've got what shows they got the wrong name up there. They just announced Brady West. And here comes Isaac Gaddis' big brother giving up a 3 takedown. This is Lucas Gaddis. He's a sophomore. He's doing a good job facing them in these situations. You got to keep facing them. And there's many different ways to call that. Front headlock, underhook. Some call it the old cow catcher, cement job, cement mixer. And there's the pin from Mr. West. That's a move if you get stuck in. You just got to sit back, get onto that elbow that's on your chin, and start pulling it under, because the more you pressure in, the more throwing power you give your opponent.
Yeah, makes sense.
And that's a nice thing, having the young team that Baldwin does. I mean, they're aggressive. They go after them. And sometimes it kind of backfires at times. There's times where you take a deep breath and you don't go after them. Prescott picks up a forfeit here. Lucas was our 165 pounder, but he slipped down with our 2-pound weight allowance. 159 must have been an easier weight to get to, and away we go. Now we have Kane Perumbo's stepbrother, Xander Paulson, is out against Mr. Riley. I was told Xander, I like when they put his name up there, X.
X, and it's like X. Oh, Xander, yeah.
I like that, X Paulson, kind of like the old-fashioned wrestling from Points Unknown. Hope Xander can slow down the bleeding here a little bit and fight inside and get a little deeper in the match. And both in a collar tie. What's odd about this is Xander's got a left-handed collar tie, and that's kind of teach a lot of left-handed collar ties, and that guy's got a right-handed collar tie. So it's a battle of over-tying them, getting in underneath.
Might be the first match that nobody's been on the ground after a minute today.
It might be. It might be. So I enjoy this. It's good, you know. Xander's wrestled a little bit, but he's still relatively a little newer. Sometimes just going out there and fighting good inside position, good collar ties, slowing that match down. Let's get into the second. Let's get into the third period and keep the match as close as can. Maybe something happens. Somebody gets tired. You get a nice, good shot. I mean, we've seen a couple different styles, to your point, that when you come out guns a-blazing and shooting left and right,
Yeah, then
you know, you also have that potential of giving up some big points.
yeah, accidents happen. Yeah.
So, as a coach, you want offense, but you know, when you're dealing with younger ones, you want to, you know, slow the match down a little bit if you have to. Not saying stalling. Not that coaches don't teach that, but Xander starts in the down position, and right away Mr. Riley goes to that tight waist and ankle. Now he's moved back up. So he's got a spiral on, and he's got the double spiral, or the pry bar, whatever you want to call it. Oh, he got a little, Mr. Riley got a little high. He trapped the leg. Nice, Xander, nice. Got that leg, kept his hips up, and kept crowding into him and sucked him in underneath him. That's one way of going from bottom to top. He's on that leg. He's kind of split the leg. He's only on one. The refs like that better than if you're over both of them. Now he's gotten off to the side, trying to pull that arm up in the back or look for that better position to get in your arm bar. Now you got the arm bar in on the other side. Also got a stall call, a warning. Get one warning before they start taking points. Ref Brandvold felt they were too far out of bounds there and decided to stop her. Oh, he slipped in the armbar on the other side. That was tight. Nice. If I were to say anything to Xander, I say that was you handled the match well. He went out, made it his pace in the first period.
Definitely.
And stayed in control, didn't get too wild on anything, and comes out with the pin. That closes the gap a little by 6, but it's still 40-18. We've got 4 more weights to go.
Don't get me wrong, Ryan's another freshman, right?
Sophomore.
He's a sophomore.
Yeah,
okay.
but let's not get... I'd like him to be a freshman.
I would too.
I think Kiefer's says nothing but good things about him from the football field.
But either way, another young, kind of bigger guy, and yeah.
He's a talented athlete. And even being a sophomore at 190, you're running into a lot of juniors and seniors, and confidence becomes wears on people. So we got a Holt. Yeah, nice little kind of tuck that elbow in a little bit. Kind of got behind him. Nice. Ryan's got some good skill. I think he's gaining a little more confidence out there, wrestling some of the bigger. He's a strong kid, but 16 to maybe 19 is a big age group, big gap. Sometimes it's these 190, 215 heavyweight areas. Here's kind of the staple of Baldwin, but he's got him in the cross wrist. So his left hand is coming across and has Mr. Holt's right arm or covering the wrist. And how we teach is you grab that wrist and kind of anchor. Oh, kept that wrist and put a half Nelson in. Very nice by Ryan Aho. Very nice.
Big brother Sam's watching, if you see him in the students.
Yep.
The national champion.
Yep, national champion. Graydon Monacan was going to come here. Sam was a recipient of our scholarship, along with Graydon, Drew Stark, and Garrett Guthrie. All moved on, the wrestling scholarship. All four of them got it. If you don't know, Sam, I believe, did travel with the team. Or he went down there. I know he was listed on the roster as a freshman for the UW Division III national champs. And Colin Firehelm. Do I have it right? Yes. At I believe it's now M&M Insurance. His mother is one of my insurance agents, along with Jeff Campbell.
I'm just going to ask if it's a freshman again because I'm not sure.
Yeah, Bennett Becker.
Yeah, he's going to be, you talk about.
Yeah, he's 215 going up to heavyweight. This kid from his 7th to 8th grade year he actually was 5 pounds lighter his 8th grade year, and I've never seen anyone go through a physical body change like he had. Well, he somehow fell in love with the weight room. He's such an intelligent, fun kid to coach, and he's not afraid to work. A little of his history as he's wrestling Mr. Webb from Prescott. He got 6th at state last year and wrestled with a broken arm. Tough kid. And his dad is I forget what they're involved in. I forget the name of it. I saw them earlier. But it's a wonderful organization that helps people out with cancer. When the bills are getting big, I forget the name of the place. It's just a great organization. I was really taken aback after learning about it from Bennett last year. I was like, that is really super cool. So a nice little slide by with Bennett. He's going to get it. If he keeps hitting it, he's going to get it. Good athlete. He's a full 215 pounds. And it looks like he's got a big nasty bruise on his right quad. If you see that. Yep, nice little go behind. He needs to block that arm that he's circling to. There's 3. Bennett slowly, I haven't seen the records, but I saw him a few weeks ago. He's putting together a nice freshman year wrestling at 215. He's getting some wins over some juniors and seniors. And I don't have an age on Chris Webb. Nice cradle. Nice.
Is that 3 pins in a row?
Yeah.
Wow.
And, back in the day, every match would start at the lowest weight, so the heavyweight.
Yeah.
All the pressure.
Yep.
Well, now I can safely say the 106-pounder, it's all rides on him.
And Is this the one you said will be, or is it Somerset that may
Nope.
be more of a...
This Farron from Prescott's really
okay, top 10.
Yeah, I sometimes ranking a subject, I would say he's top 5 in the state. Talented. His dad's a coach on staff. You know, he's done a little more than just a season wrestling. And so is Colton. Quick takedown right off the whistle. I want to say he's a sophomore. But Mr. Colton Middling lives on a farm.
Oh, yeah.
We've still got a couple of single-family farms. Older sister's a pitcher on the softball team. Middling.
Cross-country runner.
Yep,
Basketball player, yeah, they're
and
athletic family.
very athletic. Colton's a tough little kid. I can say that because I can still make my high school weight of heavyweight. Tough kid, coached him the last few years in middle school. And then we saw Isaac Gadatis. I mean, those two go at it pretty hard. He's obviously beat Isaac out for the spot. But that's a little nice freshman 1-2 punch that hopefully we're going to have.
Great competition for each other every practice.
So, yeah, the knee was a little... Oh. Wow, I didn't see that, but, he was down there. Colton's a go-getter multiple times, going to state as a youth. Does a lot of off-season wrestling. The only downfall is he's one of the kids, as I talked earlier with the Xander and that he's a very accomplished little wrestler, and sometimes he gets himself into a little bit of a jam once in a while. But you never want to take that out of a kid that's always aggressive, looking to score, and they'll usually figure it out on their own. He just fought off a really tough near side cradle. Right back to the cradle that Farron is going. He's got quite a bit of height, you can see, so that's always that. Colton with a nice job of extending himself out and getting to the hands. So there's always, I might be getting too new school, but I didn't see whose choice it was in that one. But if that Farron got that early takedown, I'd like to see him go for another takedown, which he did right away to start the second. So you have 1:45 left. You're up 6-1, and Colton has proved he's pretty tough. Let's shoot for a couple more takedowns, loosen him up a little bit. But Farron's got the far leg near side cradle. That's a tough spot to be in because instead of grabbing the near side, you got the far side, so you really can't post on anything. And if you do post as the defensive wrestler, you almost got to go to your back to do it. So being a farm kid, his grip is pretty strong. Throwing on hay bales, things like that.
Yeah.
So you see a lot of kids get in that position where they get the leg and they get spread out to their belly. That's a lot of work. It really wears your arms, your forearms, your biceps out. But he's probably got a little stronger than average grip, a kid at his age. He's able to hold on, maybe didn't lose too much strength in that.
I'll say sisters playing in Amory tonight. Boys are in Osceola for basketball. It's a busy night. Girls hockey is somewhere.
I feel so bad. I caught a little of the game Friday night. Baldwin picked up a win. And we had to set up for a youth tournament, so that was nice. I caught a little of the girls. Unfortunately, I believe they lost the game. I didn't stick around to the end.
Against Prescott?
Yeah, was that?
Yeah.
So it was good luck, I guess, to the boys, not to the girls, and I haven't seen any hockey this year.
Boys must not be playing because Brody Everts is over there watching.
Oh. Now, where did he was going to go to Eau Claire? But
He's going there, yep. He's going
yes.
there. Jimmy Kropelnicki's going there.
Okay. Thought one of them decommitted.
Oh, unless they did. Now, yeah, maybe I didn't know about it.
You know, so.
It's possible. I'm not sure about Dane, but Dusty, he's not going to be here because he's watching Dane.
Yeah, the old Dane train.
Another wrestler that's on the board in the wrestling room.
And he was also got third at D3 Nationals.
Lacrosse?
Yeah, in lacrosse. Yeah, he's quite accomplished. So, clock is not started.
Someone's got to notice, right?
Yeah, I'd say we're at. Well, okay, now they started it. I was going to say Colton knew it was coming, defended it off, but according to the clock, it was quicker than all of them. And Farron's a solid kid. I mean, he's got some nice shots. Credit to Colton. He's taking about everything Farron's throwing on him. Being in the bottom position, and he's warded off the majority of it. A lot of credit. Colton's a tough kid. He's going to make you work for the points. That's nice pressure he's got. He's got a wrist underneath. You know, he might have been standing on his toes, but that shoulder was squarely driven right between the shoulder blades in the mid-trap region. That's you're not going anywhere far on the bottom. And always when I wrestled and I get called for stalling, you just want to stop and go, ref, can you get out of this?
All right.
Nice little ride. In years past when Baldwin has been a little more advanced and had, made team state in these kind of situations as the coaches, you're up 9-1. You're getting 14 points. We'd be looking cut, try to get to 15 points. You get 5 team points. Just get the scores. And and if you're on the receiving end of that, you're like, no, we're not going to give those points up. So, off the power of 3 takedowns, Mr. Farron, 9-1 decision, and the final score is Prescott 44, Baldwin-Woodville 36.
We'll run a few more ads. We'll be back.
Centered around you, and we want you to have fantastic experiences that lead to a perfect, healthy smile. That's why our doctors and orthodontic teams go out of their way to keep you smiling throughout every step of the process. Our unique combination of lifelong experience, highly qualified and caring team members, and dedication to going above and beyond to meet your unique needs has led us to be the area's preferred orthodontic provider. Exceptional smiles and extraordinary experiences. That's what matters to us. We can't wait to care for you. Looking to get your Wisconsin driver's license or just need a refresher behind the wheel? Bumper to Bumper in Somerset, Wisconsin has you covered. Locally owned and operated, we offer flexible driver education, online or in-person classroom instruction, plus professional behind the wheel training. Whether you're a teen getting your permit or an adult brushing up on the rules of the road, we're here to help you drive with confidence. Visit us online at btbsdllc.com. That's btbsdllc.com. Bumper to Bumper Driving School. Driven to teach, committed to safety. When your ride needs work, don't mess around. Bring it to the pros at DMS Repair. We specialize in ATV, UTV, and snowmobile repairs, from full engine rebuilds to drivetrain upgrades. Need performance? We've got clutch kits, ECM tunes, turn signal kits, rims, tires, you name it. We work on all major brands, and with our advanced diagnostic software, no job is too big or too small. DMS Repair. Get back out there stronger than ever. Looking for your next Ford? Whether it's a rugged truck, a dependable SUV, or a certified used vehicle, Lupient Ford in Baldwin has you covered. We're your hometown source for new and used Fords, expert service, genuine parts, and a car buying experience that's second to none. Visit us at 850 Fern Drive in Baldwin, where great service and great vehicles come standard. At Firehelm Langer, your goals come first. With offices in Baldwin, Ellsworth, River Falls, and Lake Elmo, we offer the expertise of a large CPA firm delivered with the personal attention of a trusted local partner. From bookkeeping and payroll to tax prep, planning, and financial projections, we take the time to understand your business and build lasting relationships. Firehelm Langer, local, responsive, reliable. Let's move forward together. Since 1903, Nielsen's Foods has been proud to serve our communities with quality, care, and a smile. From fresh baked goods to our full-service deli, bakery, and Caribou Coffee, there's something for everyone. Don't miss our award-winning Nielsen's Market Meats and the friendly staff that make shopping here feel like home. At Nielsen's, we're building more than just a store. We're building a family. Nielsen's Foods, over a century of service, a lifetime of trust. When it comes to your home or business, trust experience you can count on. At Blackhawk Garage Door, we're your local experts for garage door sales, service, and installations. Plus, beautiful polyurethane concrete floor coatings for your garage, patio, pool deck, and more. Our coatings are completed in just one day and come with a lifetime warranty. Proudly serving Western Wisconsin and the Twin Cities Metro for over 20 years, we're here for your residential and commercial needs. Contact Blackhawk Garage Door today and make your space look and perform its best. BlackhawkGarageDoor.com. Stay warm and cozy this winter with Lakes Gas, your local family-owned propane company, proudly serving the community for over 65 years. From heating and cooking to backyard grilling, Lakes Gas delivers reliable, affordable propane for homes and businesses alike. With locations in Roberts and Hager City, we're committed to exceptional service and giving back to the communities we serve. Discover the Lakes Gas difference. Visit lakesgas.com today. Looking to buy or sell a home? Trust the team your neighbors have trusted for years. Timmerman Realtors. Led by Don and Andrew, Timmerman Realtors brings generations of experience and a personal touch to every deal. They're not just agents, they're part of the community.
All right, we're a little late to the game here, but Ellie McKeever, and yes, I got the name right twice, picks up a forfeit to start it off at 107. And, you know, if you're weighing 107, you're in high school, you're not going to Nielsen's food stores as much as you should be. Molly Heilhecker gets a forfeit at 114. Yep, this will be at 120. I knew all the girls weighed in light, so this should be good. This should be exciting. Who's Simonette? Somerset's 20 and 26 pounders are pretty good. This is Cora's first year of wrestling, but really good athlete. Explosive. Oh, nice. Cora drugged that arm down, posted it into the mat, got behind, but she did not clear that arm. Yeah, you just see she's got a lot of pressure on that head. She's in control. That arm that's underneath, she got it a little too deep. Kind of reached through. We don't like to see that, but Somerset defended it very well by covering that elbow and just kept pulling her in. Yeah, Cora she's kind of a bully. I'm not saying that as a person, but on the mat, that she's just pushing that girl to wherever she wants to push her to. And I like that kind of wrestling. How are we doing with sound?
So I haven't gotten any comments recently.
Okay,
You're up pretty high.
Okay.
Turn you up a little more, but
Yeah, I don't want to. It's not like I have a great voice.
But they're not saying to turn you down. So I mean.
Oh, we got to throw out there that Farron is a freshman. I don't recall. We didn't wrestle Prescott much last year, and I thought he was a sophomore, but that's a solid freshman. Another local kid. I really think he's got the potential to be standing on that podium with his chest out and a medal hanging on his neck come March or the end of February. Cora once again in that front head position, putting good pressure on. She's definitely out wrestling Simonette in the first period, but doesn't have any points to score for that. Show for her workman style effort.
I had to read somewhere that girls stayed as somewhere else.
It was in lacrosse, but
it was in lacrosse. Okay.
2 years ago they moved it back to Madison, so everybody goes at the same time.
Oh, okay, that's right.
I think it's cool. I really do. Where my seats sit, I get to watch the girls wrestling if I get a chance to make it down there because the mat's right in front of my seats. Green, Cora started down, and Cora's got to her feet, but Green's still in control. Somerset's still in control. She's still got to hold that leg, and Cora has not differentiated. Oh, there. This is... The ref is letting them go. She's got to sink that crossface in, and 2 reversal by Miss Reby. And I'm so bad with names. When I first came in, I just called her cheerleader.
Yeah, Reby.
I don't know. I grew up in the generation you had nicknames. Fortunately, I coached Bailey for all them years. I got her name figured out. Nice half. Nelson drove her over. Wasn't able to hold her there for a 2 swipe. Simonette's a solid little wrestler. Like I said, Reby's a very... she's not scared. I was talking to the Fayed, Mr. Klatt said she's not scared to jump out and play any kind of game with it. She don't care if it's man, woman, or child out there. The ball's getting thrown at somebody. So... And what I think is fun is we have an 8th grader that's very similar in styles.
Is that Randy?
Yeah, Randy is Cora. Randy's a little more skilled, been wrestling for quite a few years. But very similar, very strong. And like I said, with Bailey, I'm not trying to distinguish. She's got more of a short offense that you would generally see more out of male wrestlers. Maybe because that's just, they're in the room practicing with the men. Maybe they get comfortable with that. But you see Cora in the front headlock. That's, a lot of guys like to be in that spot. They feel a lot of control there. There's a little snap down. So I know the coaches, all 3 coaches. Cole Tobin wrestled for the Badgers. Jared Fink's a lacrosse grad and wrestled there for 5 years. And Newt wrestled at River Falls.
I believe Cole Tobin helped create our track out there, didn't he?
Yes, he was the job soup. And I know Cole well. Don't let him fool you. He's a gentle giant. But after seeing him wrestle my son in the room, going... There's some talent there. That's pretty incredible what he can do. There's a warning. It wasn't a mat return in the first 5 to 7 seconds. Simonette got away, tied it up. It is 2-2. I felt Cora's controlled the match. She just, at the end of the second period, the near side arm, she's got to post it right here. She's going for a crossface. Now she's getting sucked under with that. But the arm that's between Cora's leg Simonette's right, she's got to figure out how to get that posted and flat so she can get behind it. But this is, like I said, this is a very powerful position, and Cora is very comfortable in the power positions. She needs to get her right leg out because she's losing this position. Now, Simonette's there. She's got to, at some point, peel that right arm off or pin it down. Now she gave up the elbow, and it's going to be very hard for her to get behind. Yep, I just see Cole Tobin. You got to turn your thumbs up, get that, pull your elbows back, and get that position, the post. There, nice, just simple go behind. There we go, 5-2 with 25 seconds left. Now Cora needs to stay behind the hips. Keep both arms. Oh, Cora's not stuck. She wants to get that arm on the back and go for some back points. Just be smart with this. Keep the pressure down. It's a lot of hair all over the place.
I was going to say, yeah, it's kind of a couple mops.
I got to throw a shameless plug. The Texas A&M volleyball coach has designed, and you can Google it, if anybody's got female athletes with long hair, they've designed a hair tie that is, you'll see it in a lot of volleyball in college, that will not come undone.
Wow.
It's about a 30-inch section. It's pretty unique. And I recommend it to any female athletes. They love it in college. They make it all different kinds. It's not cheap, but it's not expensive. And I think next year I'm going to see if the school can invest for some of the girls, because they're always constantly adjusting their hair.
Oh, it's just all over the place, yeah.
But now with these hair rules, I see a lot of males doing it too. So yeah, that was a really good match. Hats off to Cora. Hopefully I can catch her after that. After the meet tonight, that was a really good match. Chelsea picks up the W. Got to give a shout out to Ellie McKeever. That is her third win on the year. It was a forfeit, but it doesn't matter. It's 3 wins.
Nobody at 120 for either team.
And so the double forfeits and no points are awarded at 120, but 126. Somerset had an individual. They take the early lead, 6-0.
Double forfeit at 132.
We're sending out Mr. Sergey Worry, our senior. Let's hope he goes out with a bang. Big fireworks family. If you want anybody, if you got a lot of fireworks, this guy might rig them up for you.
Yep. Is that out on 94? Wow, I guess there's a
No,
couple.
he did. I don't know if he sells them or not, but I've been to a few displays. They're pretty incredible. And of course, Libby was a. Did she go to state a couple times in tennis? I always got to give her.
Maybe, yeah.
I always got to.
Been a while.
I got to give her a shout out. We had our youth tournament. She comes in and helps out, and will do anything you ask. Sergey once again got to that low leg, low ankle, and nice little takedown. And this is as basic as you can get. You got that arm cross wrist underneath, flipped them over. Sometimes wrestling is just about being a little tougher than the next guy. Nice job, Sergey. He's kind of got the head between his knees. You got to kind of squeeze that or settle back, get chest to chest. There, that's a nice pinning combination there with a minute left. Scooping the head. Got to get the pressure on the chest a little more. Keep them flat. Oh, there you go. So after seeing the girls get done, I'll throw this at you, Zach. At Northern Badger, they had girls on a couple mats, and the boys were on 3. And I looked over. I was mat side with Coach Newt, and I looked over at I was kind of keeping an eye on another mat because if our guy won, he had to wrestle that guy. And I saw this girl with both knees, hips squared to the mat, and she was called pin. And I've never seen that before. And the ref afterwards, I said, hey, I got to ask you. Both knees, hips, lower back were all firmly facing, or knees were on the mat, hips were facing forward to the mat. And he goes, I know. And sure, she was as flat as can be. She got turned, but her knees were still square.
That's, yeah.
And I'm like, ooh. And he said it's the hard thing because the females are a lot more flexible.
Yeah, well, yeah, they could, yeah, like that, for example. So I got to sneak in one more ad here. Just got through them. Life's full of turns and twists. Twists and turns, but whatever comes next, Wisconsin Credit Union is right there for you. With 24/7 access through online banking, our mobile app, text banking, and even touch-tone phone service, managing your money is easy, anytime, anywhere. Rooted in the philosophy of people helping people, we're proud to support local causes and spread kindness across communities, because at Wisconsin, we're not just strong, we are community strong.
And also, Jason Klopp, president.
And you get to work with Jason Klopp, yeah.
Another, Wisconsin Credit Union's been very nice to every sport in the district, been big supporters. Mr. Klopp, coached softball for years, very big supporters. So here's the interesting part of wrestling. You can go up a weight class. So we slid Pierce Peterson in at 144 to take a forfeit, a freshman. I've enjoyed coaching him. I think he came out in 4th grade. Tough kid. A lot of fun. But they're sitting. Oh, I thought they'd send Kane out here, but Adam Meyer's out here against Mr. Fox. Thought we were going to slide up because I believe we forfeited at 165.
Oh, yeah.
But I guess we're not going to do that. So I got a little ahead of the game here. So we have Mr. Fox and Adam Meyer from Baldwin-Woodville. And I know this Mr. Fox is a little bit older. He is a senior. Been wrestling, you know, I remember him for the majority of the high school, if not the whole high school. And Adam's his 2nd year, and here's the difference between a 15-year-old and a 18-year-old.
Pretty much,
16, 19, whatever. Maybe he's a young senior, I don't know. But he's got him in, he settles down real nice. Yeah, that was. But Adam came out with a lot of fire, so that ties it up. Or no. Is it 18-12? Okay. Yeah, that's right. We got that forfeit with Pierce Peterson taking a forfeit in there. All right.
At 165, wrestling for Somerset, Peterson. The Baldwin-Woodville, Lucas Canales.
Oh, they must have slipped it. I'm sorry, if we're at 165, they did. I looked at the score, Kane. I was probably needlessly rambling on. Kane did go out at 150, and then Adam 57. Lucas had 65, and Alvin Peterson the 4th. Dad is the 3rd.
Yeah, they had a pretty neat the white light or the black light. What was that they covered the windows for middle school wrestling?
um, so we had somebody came from Lena, Wisconsin, that their kids always wanted to do a blacklight tournament. Now I know there was always a big one in Colorado.
Okay.
And I know some of my son's teammates wrestled in that. It was a high school one, and it was pretty cool. But the closest one they could find was Indiana. We started it last year, and I'm not. It hides because our high schoolers do a lot of reffing, so.
You talk about shadows.
Yeah.
Can't see.
There's Alvin. Take down some back points. He cut him, took him down again. He's up 10-1 over Mr. Gadatis. But yeah, it's something that we almost had 500 kids here for the tournament. It's going to be big. I don't know the staying power of it, but right now, we've got great board members. Andrea Gartman does a phenomenal job, and her 2 kids wrestled here in Baldwin. Does an excellent job of organizing this stuff, and Ryan Landini's our youth coach and vice president, and Monica Peterson, Tessa Peterson's mother, and Cole Tobin's on board, and they did a nice job organizing it, getting it out there. It's a lot of work, but we're getting our numbers up. Anything to get numbers up, draw attention, and I think it's kind of cool, like I said earlier, about playing music. Elvin with a pin in this late in the first period to tie up. The team scored 18-18. But I'm all for any kind of new ideas, anything that's kind of different. I think wrestling purists don't like it, but
Yeah.
I could care less. If we get kids in wrestling, they're having fun. That's all that matters to me.
Yeah.
Okay, 175 wrestling for Somerset, Thomas Sweeney. For Baldwin-Woodville, has the ball.
So we have Xander Paulson and Sweeney from Somerset. Let's look at his first name. I should know that by now. Thomas Sweeney. Sophomore. At least that's what they listed him. Xander's a junior. I hope we see... There, that's weird. Nice. 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 Mr. Sweeney shot in but didn't clear that underhook, and Xander,
Ooh.
I don't know if we call it a pancake, but kept the underhook and been. It's a tough spot. If you don't clear that arm on your feet, you're going to have a hard time clearing it when it's on the mat. And he's, the ref's holding for a 7-0 lead. Nice little exchange by Xander. I'm impressed watching Xander tonight. Taking care of some opportunities, wrestling really smart. He stayed in that good position. That guy, either he punched in that underhook hard, or the other guy didn't look like he cleared it, and he kept it and got 7 points for his smart wrestling. Now Baldwin is they're looking for that cross wrist, if you could see that from the camera. He's got the 2-on-1 wrist ride, which is very effective. Mr. Sweeney's got to look to improve, to build to his knees instead of spin on the ankles. Boy, Baldwin's really going for that cross wrist and digging it out and coming across the body with it. Started the second. Thomas Sweeney takes down. Nice little breakdown right away. Let's see how much, if he can capitalize and keep him down. Maybe get another stall call and get a point out of the deal. Oh, he wants the cradle. A little more of the suicide style. Now he's got to get up and get his bottom, his left knee into the ribs. There's 3 more to extend it to 10. Oh, 4. I'm sorry. 4 points. 11-0 lead by Xander. If Xander can do it one more time, we get a tech fall out of this. Hey, once again, he's got that shoulder right in that mid-trap area. He had some. And he put it in with authority, that arm bar. He's got to watch his hand. You got to kind of keep everything at a 90 or greater. There, he got him over. Can he get 4 out of it? Yep, switch to the half. Nice little tech fall by X-Paulson. Puts us back up in the lead. None of this tie anymore. 23-18. So this moved up 1 more. So if this duel comes down to, we're bringing out the sledgehammer at 113. Isaac Gadatis. Maybe the first and only time he'll get called the sledgehammer, but. Yeah, he's another case as I started getting back into wrestling when his dad was wrestling. I was like, oh boy, been around for a while. Jake was a 3-time place winner.
Okay, yeah.
2 fifths and a third.
Because Haley's little sister, right? Is that the family?
No, I think it's just Lucas and Isaac, I believe, are the only 2. I think they have a younger sister.
Maybe that's her then.
Okay,
I don't know. I get mixed up with these names.
Yeah, and the Gadatis is a well-known Woodville name. And if Ben Campbell's listening, it's Baldwin-Woodville. He brings that to my attention.
Oh, yeah.
Too much credit to Woodville.
I was going to say,
Baldwin.
Nygaard's always told me, make sure you say Baldwin-Woodville.
Yeah, Benny's a Woodville guy. I don't know about Nygaard. I'll pass that one along. So we got Ryan Aho, which is one of my favorite names. And Carter Bigney. I believe it's Carter. I better double check. Yep, Carter Bigney from Somerset. They got him listed at, he is listed at 190. I was thinking he might be at 175, but he's a solid kid. Really solid. This is a good test for Ryan. I know Ryan better start building up to his knees, or Brandville might be tapping that mat, say, you're stalling, young man. Ryan was another, he's like 6 foot when he was in like 7th grade, so I think they had high hopes for him for basketball, but I think he was kind of done growing by then.
Yeah, he's like, I'm going to wrestle.
Yeah, we like that. We like that. Yeah, I guess.
I was going to say, Mr. Sell took the wrestling route for, what was that, a year?
Yeah, and he was a middle border conference runner-up.
He was pretty good. That's why he's sitting over there in the corner. He's like, I should have stuck with this.
Yeah, he should have. I mean, Gavin wrestled for a year.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, Gavin did. He had some ability. Could have been good. Jake Kiefer wrestled for a year. Jake Kiefer also told me a story. When he was at Madison, I remember they had a 3-time state champ and a 3rd placer, 4-time placer was on. It was Lacasco. I think he was there when Zider was there. A lot of wrestlers. And Jake, I remember Jake saying, boy, if you're a good wrestler, boy, that makes a difference.
Yeah.
Especially in football when you're out there. Well, Ryan started on top. Guy gave up a reversal. I can't say he gave up. The other guy worked for a reversal, and now he's in a bad, bad spot. Oof. That puts Spartans up 24-23.
At 190, winner by
Colin Firehelm. As an Ellsworth name. And I believe that would be relatives for the tax place in Baldwin.
Is it our sponsor?
Yeah, one of our sponsors, Firehelm Langer. I think Kit's running the show now. His dad, Lonnie. Always liked Lonnie. Kit was I think rad about coach golf at Ellsworth one year, let alone all the state titles he won as a wrestling coach.
Oh,
they
wow.
won one at golf with him as the coach.
That's rare company for anyone who's ever done that before.
Well, there's a lot of wrestlers that golf.
Oh.
But, you know, if anybody, when you talk about mind, you know, wrestling is a tough mental sport. It's a grind on your mind, you know, making weight. You hit a bad golf shot, you got to come back. That's another mental aspect of it. Boy, Collins out here, he's making a statement here. Took him down, put a half Nelson, and he goes, not in Ellsworth anymore, and we're in Baldwin. I'm going to win. I believe Collins probably not much over 190. But due to some illnesses, we're moved him up, so we get Bennett. We should start calling him the Sledgehammer.
It'd be fitting.
It'd be fitting. He's a nice kid.
But he wouldn't hurt a fly, though. That's the.
Yeah, I think when he gets out to compete, he's not.
He switches it. Yeah. But if you just saw him at school or talked to him, you're like, oh, he's the nicest kid.
Yeah, he is. He's wrestling Duffy, I believe, Carter Duffy. Yeah, Connor Duffy. Connor, sorry. Yeah, nice kid. I could go on all day.
There goes the headgear. That was weird.
Yeah, well, I would say somebody probably grabbed it and threw it, but, you know, it usually doesn't leap off your head like that.
No.
Unless even if we had a lot of wind, it's not doing that.
No.
And I got to give a shout out trainer. And I don't even know his last name, but I know him as Tucker. We're really blessed to have a Wisconsin Health supplies us. He's at our middle school meets. Tucker is we're lucky to have him in the school. He's pretty knowledgeable. He knows some things. I mean, obviously he knows things, but he's also the biggest battle I think you have with any kind of sport is, you know, something, there's an injury. You go to a doctor and they say 2 weeks, and he's like, no, we can get you back quicker. You know, this is what we got to do. But if a kid's hurt, you know, they got to take that time. But sometimes he'll diagnose it, give a few things, and my goodness, do they work. I've been pleasantly surprised and happy as him as a wrestling trainer. I know with teams of years past when he came in, he's like...
cross country and track, and the nice thing too is if a kid maybe they don't want to run or something, he'll catch it. Like, no, they're good to run, he'll say.
Yeah, I was trying to be nice to say it like that. He'll call a spade a spade.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And
it's, you know, I mean, but he'll also say, hey, he's hurt. You know, get him out of there.
Yeah, he's great. Yeah, Tucker's excellent.
You know, and sometimes, you know, not saying that the kids are like that, but you get a few kids that chips get down and maybe they don't want to compete. He'll call it nice snap down. You can see Bennett's giving up some weight. Bennett don't care. It's up 3-0. Got a nice little takedown at the end of the period. Oh, and he's wrapped him up. How many points can he get out of this one? Yes, he got it. Turned him with 5 seconds and got the 4 count. Nice. You always want to score in the last 10 seconds of a period. And really nice. But yeah, Tucker's, I just had to hit him up last week over something. Not even a student he had, and gave me a couple of things. And he was a college football player, D2 at UMary.
Oh, I didn't know that.
In Bismarck. So I get a little battle whenever I wear my Augustana stuff with him. He might boo me a little, but it's always nice. Baldwin, it's in a lot of these schools. You got a trainer sitting right there. You can see him in the camera. He'll address anything. He loves his job. We were at a middle school meet yesterday in Osceola, and right away we had a little problem. They had their trainer. Here it comes. So it's always nice to have a medical professional. We're in middle school. They addressed it. They even taped up the ankle.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm getting old and taped enough ankles, but nice little takedown, and here comes the cradle. If you can get the hips out a little bit farther and get that right leg, knee into the ribs, there we go. And I think this is going to seal the deal.
Well, a quick update on Baldwin's old Max. How's he?
He's doing quite well. He's currently ranked number 1 in D2.
Nice.
A little time off the mat. He should be back pretty quick. Their region tournaments end of February. Augustana got 7th at the national duels. Colton Hush, I think I saw him peeking around top 25 right in that for rankings. Ty Fink is wrestling D3 at Eau Claire, and he had a heck of a match with the number 1 ranked kid. But I saw his name peeking in the top between 15 and 20. And then Hunter Gartman in junior college was a 2-time national qualifier, and last year he lost in that blood round, the match before placing.
Oh, shoot.
So, yeah, us Baldwin kids are doing quite well out there, and
love to see it.
Yeah, a lot of fun. Well, that ends the 47-24 is the final score of the duel. Thanks for tuning in, and maybe we'll get another home one, but other than that, it'll be next year. So, signing out, and thank you for all the sponsors and all the hard work you do.